Oh my God, StreamYard is live. I'm gonna go to the other one because I don't know what's going on. All right, hey, welcome. It's high noon. Let's get this thing going. Well, good afternoon, Chef.
Good afternoon, Trust.
Good
Chat.
afternoon, Chat. How you doing? Long time no see. Okay, sorry, I had to catch my breath. Okay, do you want to do the honors, or do you got your breath catched up to say hello to everybody?
I will say hello to everyone. Let's see here. Zed's Place. Hello. Gold Sniping Farmer. Cooking with Mike B. Trippin' Falls. El Bundy. And that's all that's showing in. And then, of course, all our stalkers. Good morning.
Oh, the lazy lurkers. Like vote for Pedro, he's listening.
He's working, though, if he is.
Yeah, like always, he's always working. Okay, now, hey, it's currently 86 degrees and sunny here in West Central Texas. We're supposed to get up in the 90s. And then with the heat index, we'll be in the triple digits. So, yeah, all this week. Fun, fun, fun.
It's currently 81 degrees here in sunny Minnesota. High of 86.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, just give everybody a heads up. All this week, we're going to only be doing high noons due to appointments. She's got appointments and I got appointments. Well, she's got them where she could join us at least on high noon up until Wednesday. And I don't know about if she could join us on Thursday, Friday. I don't believe she'll be able to. But
Nope.
all my appointments, I can only do high noon this week. And hopefully after this week, I'll be cleared. So, hey, Kevin Hawthorne, good to see you. Pepper Paul says 79. Feels like 81. Ooh, I take that. And hey, GSF. So, just saying my voice sounds better. Of course, she's the one that's talked to me since I got out of the hospital. But yeah, that was a long.
Yeah, no, you sound a lot better. You even sound better right now than you did before you went in. You're not so gravelly.
Must be all the voice things are making me do. I don't know. I'll be singing like the singer from Queen's Ride or something. The Queen's Right. Yeah. I've been watching Mike B. freaking split wood. And of course, you always mow in the yard.
Ooh, gold sniping farmer. That is going to be a long day. Poor guy.
Oh, man. Hey, Tom. Good to see you.
Nice to see you, hon.
And I want to thank everybody for the wishes and prayers. I really appreciate it. Not 100% yet, but they cleared me today where I can actually drive. They took me off all my meds and turned around and put other meds. So I'm doing half the meds. Basically, let's see, how was it? I'm trying to remember. So a long time ago, I had to write it down because it's been, what, 2 weeks, something like that now, Shift. But yeah, I did a stream with Shift, and then
Trust,
I'll go ahead.
question for you. So, can we explain what happened and what led up to this break that you needed to take? Yes or
Oh,
no?
that's what I was trying to get to, but I guess you can't hear
Okay.
me while I'm talking. Can you hear me or no?
Yep, now I can.
Oh, okay. Yes. You see, she's not paying attention. She's trying to get me to lose my voice again. Anyway, hold on. Let me get some more tea, or should I say honey with a little bit of tea in it? Well, we did a stream about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. I can't remember the day. And then Shift left me, and I was doing my video stuff, and I started getting dizzy while sitting down. It wasn't dehydration or anything, but I wasn't feeling good. And, oh, well, I'm going to have to cut it short. Hold on. We got a special guest. Hold on. I'm going to change this so we can get her up there. Well, hello, Tin.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Tinster.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, you sound like I've been all week.
No, I literally just woke up. I had somebody screaming at me.
No.
Yeah, patient, my mother.
Hey, Jason. Good to see you.
Good morning, Jason. Yeah, sorry. I literally am trying to wake up, but what's on the topic list?
No, I was explaining what was going on with me the last 2.5 weeks.
Oh, good. You did let everybody know. Okay.
No.
Not yet. Not yet. Just wait. We're not done with that yet. That's where we're at.
Okay, I'll zip it for a minute. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there after Shift left me, and I'm alone doing videos, and I started getting dizzy. Not a normal dizzy. It's like, if you get up too fast or something, and like I wanted to pass what out. So I called. The doctor says immediately go in. I start walking out to the car, and I passed the F out.
Whoa.
The reason I said that is because I called my daughter to come give me a ride, and luckily she was there. Yeah, I broke my phone, hit the concrete, everything else, and at that point she drove me to the ER instead of the doctors, and they started doing all these tests and everything on me. They immediately took me off my meds, and what they discovered, hey, wee and Psychobilly, how you doing? Well, through all the tests and all that, they couldn't really find anything wrong, so they took me off my meds because that's what they're indicating. It had to be a mixture of meds since they added other meds. Hey, Lucia Parker. And while doing all the x-rays and all the other stuff, they found a growth on my larynx. And that was the reason why I was having problems talking. I guess it jolted or something or another when I hit the freaking concrete so hard or whatever. So they waited a couple of days for the results and all that. Then they, we lost Shift. She'll be back. And yeah, they went ahead and removed the growth. Still waiting for to find out if it's what do you call it, biopsy or whatever, to find out. But they still don't have it yet. So I'm waiting. Hopefully get it this week. So I spent all this fun time in the hospital. I didn't have a phone. And
Oh, we were worried.
and
Because of this, we all are giving each other contact information from like a family member
yeah,
or somebody will like Yorga, his daughter's got my number in case something happens. I don't have daughter's number, but at least daughter has number to call me. Hopefully she will. You know what I mean? But it's got to that point now that that emergency contact, it's required on YouTube if you're one of our friends, okay? Yeah. It's just a requirement after 55. We want, emergency contact or something.
Proof of life, baby. Proof of life.
Yep.
hello, Proud Army Mom. Congratulations on your 2 new grandbabies.
Yeah, proud of me, Mom.
Yeah.
Clementine Rowe and Bryce James.
Clementine Ray, honey. R-A-E, Ray.
Oh, is it Ray? I'm sorry. I'm on the laptop. I apologize.
All right.
So I'm going to explain the memes. The meme for today's High Noon show was Jason, what's his name, escaping the hospital. That's basically me. As soon as I said I could go, I grabbed my bags and I freaking signed the paper. I left. I walked out of the hospital with the freaking gown and everything. My daughter was laughing at me, and I'm like, they get this back later. I just wanted out of there because sitting there, the only thing they had on TV, and it was a rerun. I don't know what it was, what they're doing. I guess they can't afford cable anymore. But I was watching The Walking Dead, episode 1, season 1.
Oh my God!
Hey, vote for Pedro.
And you're laying there. Yeah. So that's why on the background I got the background here it says "Don't open dead inside." That's how I felt watching the show. I'm like, great. I'm gonna wake up and everybody's gonna be gone, and I'm gonna have to walk through the halls. I'm gonna see this shit.
Yep.
It sounds kind of funny now, but going through it with all those fucking wires and everything, I'm like, no. Now you know why I wanted to get the hell out of there. I didn't even change my clothes. And they got mad at me because I wouldn't even let them put me in a wheelchair. I'm like, oh hell no, I want out of here now because I didn't.
That's protocol, though. Sometimes they can get in trouble for not following it.
Yeah, but after all the shit that went on with me, I think they understand a little bit better. Yes, I did have a private room. I talked to Shift about it. But hey, Pedro, nice to see you, brother. And yeah, it was funny. They all freaking all the nurses and the doctors and all that had to go in there with their mask because I won't backs. Ooh, I'm such a bad boy.
But it's sure nice having a private room, ain't it?
Well, I always get a private room anyway. The only time I don't is when I'm in that the prep room before surgery. They put you behind a curtain, and then the recovery before they move you back to your room. So.
Wow. Well, don't get sick again.
Well, I didn't plan to, and hopefully everything comes out right, or I'll end up having to go in again like Shift did. And I'm still praying for Shift. We've got to go through a lot of things. And,
yep. Psycho Billy. How you doing, Chuck?
Yeah. Hey, I'm not worried about it, Psycho Billy. The VA is paying for it. When I called the nurse, she was like, "You're not going to drive again, are you?" I was like, "No, I called my daughter. She's going to take me to the doctors." And she ended up taking me to the ER. So, but now I got a doctor who's a pharmacist. So I got my own private PhD pharmacist doctor.
That's cool.
That tells my normal doctor to shut the F up, and we're going to do it her way. And I think that was
there you go.
He was just giving me stuff and not checking to see if it, work together or not. So
right, to see if they were copacetic.
I could feel all the honey uncoating. So give me a moment and let y'all talk and say stuff on chat. And all
right,
honey, you're right back.
All right, so Tin, unmute. Where is she? There she is. So So how did last night go with Mom?
Well, I'm half asleep, so yeah.
She was getting you up in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Huh.
I had a
Good.
lot more energy last night's show than I do this morning.
That's okay. I just wondered how Mom was doing.
But I'm still pissed off that people are trying to shoot the president, Like, I'm still pissed off about it.
Well, yeah.
It's just one too many times.
It's like there's going to be so much propaganda on that crap. We just already know all that. So,
Well, and
yeah.
remember the Simpsons, they had an episode where Trump was in a casket. I saw that episode because somebody posted it in Tin TV on Telegram, and I was a long time ago, like when he was in office or something.
Right. I remember that.
When he was in office, and now, I don't know, it just, the world ain't the same anymore. It just isn't.
Yeah, Chuck, take the shingles shot, but don't take all the other ones.
Why get the
But
shingles?
I'm not a medical professional, but I personally took the shingles shot because I had a lot of friends who had shingles, and the pain is nerve-wracking. So yeah.
That's just a byproduct of having chicken pox. It's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I agree.
And if any POXs pop up here, like in the next 24 months, I'm thinking the people that have had the chicken POXs are going to be, less susceptible to other POXs. I don't know for sure, okay, but come on. It's a POX. It's a form of that POX, virus. And once you come in contact, your body builds immunities to it. Now you might get a little herpes popping out on your lip every once in a while, but then don't worry, it's just the sun, okay? We're an M class baseline. Yeah.
Well, then, Carrie, good morning or afternoon.
Yeah. And if you want to avoid the herpes, don't put your mouth or your lips on things you shouldn't be putting it on. It could be infected. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Yeah, it's all in the same damn family of illnesses. Exactly. So us, Gen Xers and baby boomers that got the chicken, POXs. Yeah, I think we're going to be a little better off. Now our children, I don't know. My son never got the chicken POXs because I gave him the what shot, and so yeah. So they're the ones that are going to have the problems, I think.
Well, about a month ago or so, I didn't ever get to talk about this because all this happened. Extras came out with a conclusion. All these kids that have been shutting down, oh, you can't take a peanut butter sandwich to school.
Yep.
All the extras come back and said, parents, if you want them not to have a peanut allergy, as soon as they can start eating solid foods, start giving them, wean them into peanut butter a little bit at a time. But wait until they can have solids. Don't try to give it to them while they're still only doing liquids. What we knew from the freaking old school days. So, and they think it's like a new, cure to freaking peanut allergies. No. It's just freaking all the people that didn't have peanut butter growing up, which, hey, I'm sorry. I had government peanut butter along with the government cheese. So,
You know what?
allergies and that, I was eating the peanut butter sandwiches.
I was just thinking about it. I didn't give my kids peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because, okay, this is bad, you guys. This is really bad. Because I thought it was a poor man's sandwich. And I grew up with the poor man's sandwich. And my kids were going to get lunch meat. Yeah, so I didn't give them very many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Thank God my children didn't grow up with, peanut allergies. But Yeah, it was in my head. It was a poor man's sandwich because remember, that's what we lived off of. How many
Okay,
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches did you eat as a child? I think I ate thousands of them.
okay, vote for
Heck
Pedro.
yeah, I still eat them.
I don't eat them. I won't eat them.
What?
Yeah, I won't. I don't eat peanut butter and jelly because it reminds me of the 70s.
What?
I hated the 70s.
Stereotypical sandwich. Oh my goodness. Sandwich lives matter, Tin. Come on.
I know, isn't it bad that I literally thought it was a poor man's sandwich and see we were from that generation. I'm from the X, that we feel like, well, we have to give our kids more, because that's what our baby boomer and beyond that parents. I mean, my mom's 94 years old, guys, okay, and she's still kicking upstairs.
Yeah.
But
I
it was.
think
Go ahead.
I think the poor man's meal this time is s'mores. You need to tell all the freaking Gen Xers and all the other ones that s'mores is for the poor people. So they'll stop eating the shit and we'll have more for our campouts. Shh, don't tell them that last part.
The s'mores are very popular with this young generation. I noticed that.
Yeah, but tell them if you eat s'mores, you're poor.
Oh, and they love Nutella, and that stuff is nasty.
Ew.
Nutella is nothing but chemicals, you guys. I used to think it was good, but you know what? I used to think it was okay to drink out of a Starbucks coffee cup too. The paper ones that are lined with the polyurethane. Yeah, just saying. Microplastics all over. Sorry. I'm waking up. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Full of fire today. I'm just
I
mad
agree
about
with
yes.
Psychobilly. Yeah.
I'm
You
still
gotta
mad
have your
about
grilled
it.
cheese and dunk it in tomato soup.
Oh, see, that's still that's a classic. That will never be poor man to me. That's comfort food.
Now, you want to know the ultimate poor man? Fritos with mustard as the dipping sauce.
Ooh, we never did. I'm allergic to mustard.
Yeah. That's because you never had mustard growing up. Hey,
Um,
Sharon.
yeah, I didn't probably. No, I don't like mustard. I mean, what I remember of it, I don't like it. But then my lips blow up, and then I can't breathe. Ugh.
Yeah, I agree, Pedro. When I went in the military, lived in the dorms, all I ate was just freaking ramen.
Hey Sharon, good morning, afternoon.
Can't do ramen. Ramen's disgusting.
I had free meals at the chow hall, but my job, I could never get to the chow hall. Well, the chow hall was open. So I was stuck eating freaking ramen noodles.
I think ramen was better when it first came out, but now I think it's all plastic.
Yeah.
And there's bugs in it.
Yeah.
Microscopic bugs. Yeah, did you see that video? I did. You should go find it. It's gross. I won't eat it anymore. Ramen.
Oh, what
now
was that?
I will buy the ramen noodles in the refrigerator section. You know what I mean? You guys seen those? And they're like 2-pound bags.
They're fresh ramen noodles, yeah, that are frozen. And that's the only way I eat ramen noodles also. They're freshly made. They're not the dried.
Yeah, not the dried because there's bugs in that shit, and they come from China, and it's made of probably microplastics. So that's the word of the day: microplastics. Don't let them get into your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing that upsets me. Everything that's lined paper-wise for water, yeah, you guys, we got to stop eating out of those containers, man.
Yeah.
And I was eating out of one last night. I got a salad, and it had like a paper bowl, and I thought, oh, how cute, Oh, they're going less plastic, But then I thought about it after I showed the video, and it's like, that was probably lined with microplastics. Pisses me off. Why do they have to mess around with our world like that? That we didn't have micro things when we were growing up, or nano things. It was either small, medium, or large, or extra large. There wasn't no micro shit. Sorry.
Unless there still was politicians with those micro weenies. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, think about it. The word micro the microwave just came out in the 70s. Like, that's the close to a micro that we ever, like, we didn't use nano. Well, who came up with nano? Nano. You know?
I think that was, what's his name? Bill Gates.
Yep.
I'm thinking it was the dude that was in that, Nanu. Remember that show in the 70s? See, there goes
Robin Williams.
Yeah, what was that? It was his first big show.
Mork and Mindy.
And Mindy, yeah, everybody. See, things were easier when we were growing up. Small, medium, large, extra large. And there wasn't no extra smalls, by the way. There was no extra smalls.
No.
That came into fruition when we started doing trade with China and buying a lot of their clothing, because the Chinese people come in extra small, a lot of them. Yeah. That's all because of, fashion and industry.
Mom. Yeah. I
True.
learned it all at McDonald's. They started with the earthworm burgers back in the 70s.
What? I don't remember that.
You don't remember when they made their hamburger patties out of earthworms?
No.
Ooh. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, that happened in the 70s. Look it up. Google it. You'll find it. You're like, holy shit.
Okay, I got it now, because the thing is a lot of things of the 70s are repeating now. And with shrinkflation with packages, the inflation that's going on, the potato versus the peanut, there's just too much. And then also, too, we didn't have such a great growing season that whole decade, you guys. And guess what we're going into? Another bad decade of growing. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of my shit didn't come to fruition in the garden or even in the buckets this year. When we've been teaching you can't do it in the land, do it in a bucket. The buckets aren't even productive. Something's going on with our sun.
Because most people do it in a bucket, but they don't test the soil. They say, oh, well, I put the stuff in there. It's good. They need to test the soil still.
Show me, Stacker. Hello, hon.
They show me.
And that could be another problem, too, is that a lot of people that do pots, they buy the bagged, a lot of them, like I do, I do the Miracle Grow one because, it's supposed to be the best one, right? I think there's something wrong with the soil, too.
Yeah.
Vote for Pedro is a true Minnesotan by that statement.
See, that's gross to me. And then now you got Klaus Schwab saying you eat the bugs and you will like them. No, I ain't gonna like them. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you right now, you got a shellfish allergy, you're gonna have one to the bugs too. Just saying. It's a shell. Maybe not a fish, but there's a shell. This shit has just gone insane. Okay, I'm waking up now.
No comment. Sorry.
A greenhouse.
Holy buckets.
I do have a couple. What was that? Speaking of McDonald's, I shouldn't have done this, but I got 10-piece chicken nuggets. Ooh, $1.10 a nuggie. Oh man, AB wouldn't like that. He, Nuggie Lives Matters. Hit his Cash App. Yeah, hit his Cash App. Oh, there's Craig. Craig, are you working?
Are you working, or can you?
Hey, Craig.
Give us your expertise.
Yeah, can you come up, or are you at the harbor? He's saving lives and kicking alligators off the docks, you guys, because the alligators want to eat the people, and the people pay the dock fees, so alligators got to go. They don't pay dock fees.
Well, I hear alligators taste pretty good.
Alligator is good.
Never eaten alligator.
Deep fried alligator chunks is numb.
Ooh, that I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That's
You
like
wouldn't even, Ken, you would not know that it was alligator unless someone told you.
Ooh, he's doing a Sam's run.
a Sam's Run. Okay. Well, he just got out of that hurricane or whatever last week, and
Yeah. He was stressed and ate all his food. I guarantee his his rooster was starting to look pretty good.
Craig did a great job on last night's show. Thank you, Craig, for coming up because Agent J couldn't be there. He was with his son, and family does come first. So
Absolutely.
I was really happy to know that he was out with Caden and they went out to dinner and, spent time together. That's cool.
Well, was it really Craig or was it AI? He's been using AI lately, and I'm thinking AI took over Craig's freaking computer.
Just know we're not Pogo, okay? We're not Pogo. I know everybody, all the bad people on the internet want to say we're Pogo. We're not Pogo, okay?
Yeah,
Seriously.
I understand that. They don't like me. So if I leave for a few minutes, the likes will go up. Shit doesn't believe it, but
Oh, hey, we can fix that. We can fix that. Coffee.
they all come here for 10 and shift anyway.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Stop it, Trust.
I'm just the bookend that they use underneath the door to hold the door open to let the wind in.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tin TV, Trusting God and Shift Kicker. We're simultaneously broadcasting from 2 different stations right now. So if you're over on Tin TV, get your butt over to Trusting God, because that's where everybody's in chat. Please come on over, because I'm awake, and let's talk some shit. Yeah.
Hey, Craig, she's going to talk shit. You better grab some toilet paper. You might need it.
Talk some shit about what's been going on in the world.
No. I got you. I'm not even going to talk about the sun because the sun keeps throwing stuff. Hey, Willard, how you doing, brother? Thanks for joining. Okay, I keep seeing these reports, and I'm not finding it. I got to look on the stream again. I was looking for before the stream started. But scientists are saying we're going to have a mini moon along with our regular moon, and it's going to be with us for a couple of months.
Madero?
Just like China put up their own sun, you guys.
No, this is
let's
like
talk about
an asteroid or a meteorite that's been in orbit of the
Neil, good to see you, hon. Come on over to Trust.
Yeah, there's a and then in the Bible it talks about a fiery mountain ball, and I was listening to something about it last night, and it made a lot of sense, because when these people were trying to describe what was to come, that far back, they didn't know. So as far as they're concerned, this fiery mountain ball, that's just a big ass space rock, and it's coming towards us probably. Okay, just saying.
Well, they heard that Tin's really been pushing wash your balls, so these asteroids are coming by Earth. They want to get washed too.
Wash your balls. Okay, let me find what's going on because
Hey, Mad Dog.
Let me find my space weather stuff.
Mad Dog, hello, hon.
And I can kind of explain what's going on because this morning, you guys, if you were able to catch the sun up, you most probably were able to see the aurora. And we're going to be seeing the aurora farther down into the States more often. In fact, we've been seeing it quite a bit this year, you guys. It's a little bit of an oddity, isn't it? Okay. So let me see if I can find my NOAA here. We are going up in energy. And I explained this to a lot of people a few years back. And now it's just getting worse. So let me pop over here and share the screen to show you guys what's going on. I haven't been doing as many sun reports, you guys, because I don't even really know what's going on. The experts don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I tried watching others on YouTube. I just couldn't do it.
It's Well, I watched.
Either 10 or nobody.
Yeah, I can explain it. It's just so. Let me look at our aurora here. Look at that first. So last night, I couldn't get up to see it because it was our aurora was dropping down and it was hitting the upper parts of the United States, and usually the aurora, pretty much stays. Okay, wire loading. Pretty much stays up in the north, and it's not loading. You guys, oh, here we go. Now this is going to be tonight's forecast, so I haven't seen it yet. It looks like it's pretty normal. Okay, here we go.
I'm just going clockwise. What the hell? I thought it went counterclockwise.
No, it goes clockwise. Okay, so the aurora isn't going to be as bad tonight on our side of the world, but you can see over on the other side of the world, like Russia, China, up in that area, it's going to be. But last night, I don't have a picture of last night. It was intense. A bunch of different channels were reporting on it. So let's go to products and data, and we'll go over to the X-ray flux here. This is what bothers me, you guys. So when I first started studying the sun, I don't know, it's been 2-3 years now. I don't even remember. We were at a C class base, well, high B, C class. And we've been riding a C class now for the last year. Well, now you guys, we're starting to ride up into the M classes, and we have been for weeks and weeks and weeks. Today it's dropped down to like maybe a C5. We're at the halfway point, but we're literally going up during this solar cycle. We're going up in energy. And you've noticed we've had a lot more X flares. And remember a few years ago, I used to go crazy over an X, even a baby X. But I realize now that a baby X isn't going to do a lot. But the thing is we're having a lot more baby X's. Okay? Like right here, we had one on the 15th. And that was actually a pretty high X. I'd say about maybe a 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I went out 7 days here, and you can see how that yellow line is, this little jaggedy stuff is writing about the M class now. And I told you guys it was just going to go up during the solar cycle. And guess what? It's just going up. But when this amount of radiation, the protons, all this is coming in, this is going to mess up a lot of stuff. I don't know if anybody's been having problems with their cell phones in the last few days. I know I have been. It affects the migratory birds. It affects our communications. But it also affects our bodies. And I showed you that chart before, how upticks in heart attacks, strokes, mental illness, suicide. It can even fuck up your herpes and make it come up. Remember? I showed you guys all that. Yeah,
Big love bit.
That little, your STDs could flare up. It was part of it. I made a joke out of it, but it's not funny because it's true, you guys. This is how this stuff affects our bodies. And I don't know how you guys have been feeling, if you're feeling overly tired or insomniac, your appetite's changing. Are you eating more, eating less? Start writing this shit down because we're going through an epic time right now. This is high amounts of energy that's coming in. I don't know if it's coming in from the sun. I'm assuming it's coming in from the sun. I don't know. But then why is it all of a sudden China's putting up another sun? Are they afraid that's the original sun's going to burn out? Or is it because they're worried that another planetary body's going to come by and it's got its own sun? I don't know, but nothing's right. But this amount of energy coming in is bad, you guys. I mean, just look at this chart here. That's 7 days that we rode practically at the M class baseline. And now it just happens to drop down.
Mm.
Now, is this a cycle? This is something I'm trying to figure out too. Is this a cycle because Nemesis or whatever that, that space, whatever out there, is it coming by us? You know, like the balls used to. Remember when I caught the balls by the sun? And we we figured it out. They were only showing up like every 28 days.
Mm.
So I don't know what's going on. That literally the professionals don't know what's going on. We are in exciting times for space, weather, and just everything, you know, to do with space right now. And that's about all I can tell you. But so let me look.
Mom.
Let's go over and look at the solar synopsis map. Because that's, oh, wait a minute. You want to see the amount of radiation coming in. Okay, this will give you an idea. Because this chart should be black with the continents outlined in white. We shouldn't have all this color, you guys. See if it can load. Please load. Okay, so the energy that's been coming in, it's been grabbing us at the North Pole and the South Pole. We don't like to see that. It's a lot of energy. Remember, I've been showing you guys this. And remember, this is Jay's favorite because normally you can see boobs. You see boobs in there? No.
No boobs. Where'd the boobs go? Hello.
Boobs go, okay? Because
You tell Jay to clean his poles.
the amount of energy coming in now, it's grabbing our poles every day, north and south. And this is fairly calm compared to what it's been in this last week, where it was in the reds in the bottom and the top. But that's just showing you the amount of energy that's coming in, and that's scary. Okay, so now let's go over.
Lady Dagger status. Hello, sweetheart. We've missed you.
So let me find solar synopsis.
Okay. While that's going on, I just want to mention they're keep talking that we're going to have a mini La Nina come back for a little bit, and then the El Nino is going to take over again. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. That's why I asked Tin, because Tin explains everything.
Well, the La Nina and El Nina, it all has to do with the underwater current. I thought it was the upper current, but that's the underwater current. Because I watched a whole documentary on that shit for everybody one night because I thought, oh, I might need this someday. You know what I mean? But I still can't totally explain that. So here's our solar synopsis map. This was done by Forecaster Butler. They must be new because I don't know who they are. And we've got a lot of sunspots right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this one down here is 3826 is more Earth facing because we're about the 5 o'clock spot on the sun, and we're just a dot. And one of the things I learned about the sun is, and during the earlier part of a solar change, especially when you're in solar, not max, but you know, like the intense part of the solar cycle. Okay, what happens is the sunspots start in the north, and as they spin down through the cycle, what it does is the sunspots start dropping from the northern hemisphere down to the southern hemisphere. And you notice you've got more down in the southern hemisphere right now. That's part of the cycle. But when they're in this area below this equator, the southern part of the sun, those sunspots can affect us even more so because they're literally closer to us because we're about the 5 o'clock. Okay. So let me look here what we got. Because I'm looking on this laptop, so I have to really, if you saw me, I'm literally up on the laptop. So it looks like 3825 is got a lot of polarity going in it right now. Could be beta gamma. So that one we're going to have to keep an eyeball on. It's going to be Earth facing in a couple of days, technically. And these other ones look okay, but we do have some polarity building on 3824, but these will be turning away here in about 3 or 4 days. this little cluster over here. So we're going to have to watch 28, 25. So in the next 24 hours, you're looking at a 99% chance of a C class. See, I told you we're in a C class baseline all the time. A 55% chance of an M class and a 15% chance of an X class. And you add 10 to all those numbers, okay? So literally, we are riding C class baseline of energy every day. Every day, guys. It's not good. Okay, now we'll go over and look at one other thing here. Where is it? Dashboard. Enthusiasts. So in the last 24 hours, we were in a G3, geomagnetic storm. We're looking at a G1 storm later on, the later half of this day, into the 17th. And that looks like the residual that blew in from the X class, the X6 that we just were looking at. It comes in like 2 to 3 days after the fact. The initial blast goes boom in 8 minutes, but then the residual. So we're looking like, tomorrow afternoon through the 18th will be okay. You don't want to be out in the direct sun during this shit. And for the 16th, we have a 55% chance of R1, R2 radio blackout. So 55% chance today, 45 tomorrow, and then 40 on the 18th. It's just a lot of energy coming in, you guys. That's all I can tell you. And like I said, and another thing too. This has been out for over a week, the total electron content, and that shows a lot of the radiation, but they put that one down like it's out of service. And then here's where we are on our solar cycle with sunspots. The curved line is what they predict. We're way up here, you guys, off the line.
Yeah, we sure are. Look at that. Dang.
So what they predicted for this solar cycle is not, and the thing is this is a really cool thing because I can literally go back to, say, the 1700s. Here's 1768. I can look at that solar cycle. 1778. I can look at that solar cycle. I can go back and I can look at these solar cycles. 1808.
Hey, Jimmy Snow Dog. Mountaineer Mammoth.
So between 1816 and 1818, we had some, popping stuff going there too. This is how I go back and look at the solar cycles because they literally have that graph to be able to look at it, you guys. And I watch and I've looked at the solar cycles. And the one thing that I came to the conclusion, and now I found other backed up information saying that it's right. Every time we're in a high solar activity, we've been in war.
How you doing, Mountaineer?
So what's the chances of that we're in war?
Well, part of that is because what are they putting up into our atmosphere during a war? Think about it. Right?
But you got to look back like at the Civil War. They weren't putting anything up in the air then. I don't even think the Wright brothers were even born.
Yeah, but when they would light a cannon off, what would go in the air? Fumes.
Well, they did do weather manipulation with burning some stuff because I found a whole document.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Great Dust Ball was between 1930 and 1940. Sorry.
But could it be that the elites or these people that are making the choices for us, these elite people, maybe they're being affected by this solar radiation as well? And if they're inbreeding and they have no empathy and they're all messed up in the brain, why wouldn't the sun affect them and make them go crazy? Who knows? It's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's true, okay? But why is it that when I went back and looked, those solar cycles correlated with a war, either World War I, World War II, or the Bolshevik Revolution, or all this, all these other wars, or the Korean War. Gulf of Tonkin shit. And also, one thing that I noticed too is when we have these high solar cycles, we're not producing the amount of food in the field. And something I'm going to tell you guys that I thought was very weird because I live in the farm belt. Okay, in eastern Washington, in the farm belt, they plant several different crops, and they will plant one crop several different times, like the corn. The first corn is the sweet corn. That's the stuff we eat in the stores. And then they start throwing in seed for the next corn. That's for the animals. Okay, in eastern Washington, they're growing a lot more corn. They're doing 2-3 crops in eastern Washington. What is going on? Because the production of these crops are less. You got to do more. And the thing is you're not going to notice it until the cereal goes up. Yep. When the cereal pops at $10 a box, just like in the 70s, you guys.
Pops? You talk about corn pops?
Even corn pops. The thing is we don't, the sun does something to our crops and it makes it so we don't produce as much. So they have to put in more secondary crops right up. As soon as they yank one up or they plant one, and 6 weeks later, they're planting another one of the same. It's because of the production level. And I'm almost positive. In fact, I'm going to go start talking to some farmers when I get back here, because I got some farmer friends over there. And I'm going to ask them, how did your shit come out this year? And then also, too, how much more are they going to be growing for the animals, too?
I do know this, though, Tin. Now, last year, my bucket potatoes I grow in the buckets, was amazing. I got tons. This year, I only got half as much. So,
And so, and that's, they're going to tell you that the inflation on the food is this or that. It's a combination of things. And when you have less food coming out of the field and you have to plant more fields, something's really weird, because like even the corn in eastern Washington, it should have been knee high by July 4th. And it was kind of iffy looking. And then I noticed that they put in more. There's sweet corn still growing.
Well, yes, we don't do Q posts on this channel. Sorry, hun.
No, I don't understand the Q stuff, you guys. I really don't. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like Jay kind of explains it to me, but so anyhow, back to the food thing. Everything they've been telling you about, get prepped. Everything we've been talking about since 2019, you guys, it's real. Shit is not coming out of the field like it was. So start doing it now if you haven't. I know a lot of you have. And you know what? I'm proud of you, because you know what? I'm still eating things up in 2019 prices. Even laundry soap, 2019 prices. Yeah, it still works, you guys. It doesn't get all solid in the jug.
Exactly.
Just have
Laundry detergent. There ain't no expiration date on laundry detergent unless it's starting looking all nasty and, solid as a rock. But no, I'm like, and you know how much cheaper laundry soap was in 2019 versus now?
All right, vote for Pedro. You're the one that stole the rest of my baby red potatoes out of that bucket, huh? Darn you.
So if you guys in chat, if you guys did any gardening or anything, if you guys could let us know, send Shift an email, send me an email, drop a comment, let us know so we can bring it up on the next show on Tin TV, because I want to start hearing from people, because it's harvest now for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know how your shit grew, okay? Because something's just not right. But you go back and you look, the 1970s, where we were in the same kind of solar cycle.
Hey, Jimmy Snowdo.
There's Tin TV's email address. I dropped it in chat, and you can always email me.
And we can have Craig, read it and then talk about it. You know what I mean? Because Craig wants to start reading your guys' comments, you guys. So make sure to leave comments because he's literally going to pull comments and read them out on the next live. So anyhow, that was my big rant for the day. And I don't know what's going on with the sun, but when we're in these solar storms, you guys just don't be outside for long periods of time. You don't want to be in the direct sun, at the height of the day,
Yeah.
It's just not, it's not good. The sun's not the same right now.
Nope, sure isn't.
And you notice, another thing I noticed too is that not a lot of people aren't tanning like they used to. They're burning before they tan. And you know what they started doing a few years back? They spray tans, you guys. Why were they bringing out the spray tans? Were they worried that people weren't going to get tanned?
Oh, yummy. Jimmy Snowdog, for real. I know that's what I do with them. Yeah, a lot of people's, like, where is he? Cooking with Mike B said, a lot of people's plants that needed to flower didn't even flower. Squashes, that kind of thing. Yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then we talked about crop cover, and a lot more people had to use crop cover. Now, Blitz says, why is this sun white? You know what? I don't know, Blitz. To be honest with you, that's the first thing I noticed. And the thing is a lot of people go, oh, no, it's the same. It's like,
no, it's not.
It's not the same.
It's hot.
It's not the same.
White.
And and it is definitely hotter.
It's like a blue flame, the blue flame part of the sun or something. I don't know, you guys. And see, another thing I'd like to figure out is, I don't remember the sun being white in the 70s.
And we yellow.
And we were in a solar, up max or whatever. You got to be careful about how you say the words because the solar people will come in and go, it's not a grand solar maximum. Okay, it's a solar maximum. I don't know. It's an up and a down, okay?
That's awesome. Vote for Pedro.
Because these people want to argue with you because they think they know more. You know what? Nobody knows. Even the experts don't know. Why do you think they're coming up with new names for shit every day? I mean, everything's a guess right now. Literally is a guess. But when our food is not coming out of the fields the way it is, and they have to plant more crops, that I've never seen that in Eastern Washington, only with the winter wheat. And that's for the animals. You got your summer wheat for your bread, and then you got 2 to 3 crops of winter wheat. And that all goes to the animals. So why are they doing more corn? They planted corn in like the end of May, June, and then not even 4 weeks later, then they're planting more to come in after it. Oh, okay. Because you're worried that the first crop isn't going to come out as, the yield. I know I'm crazy and I know I sound really off the wall and stuff, you guys, but come on. I see it. You can see it. It's okay. It's okay to be weird. You're not weird. You're just seeing things through the right lenses.
Exactly. Well, I do know this, that I got, last year I didn't get very many onions. This year I got a ton of onions, which is crazy. Last year I got a ton of potatoes, all different kinds. This year I didn't get hardly any potatoes. So things are definitely changing.
And another thing I'm wondering is so you go back and you think about way back in the day or whatever, like Hansel and Gretel type shit way back then, right? A lot of people ate root vegetables. Why is that? Is that because they produce better than the other stuff? Turnips, parsnips, potatoes? Is it because they're under the ground and they're not getting the intense heat? I don't know.
Probably because those were the ones that they ate all winter.
Yep.
Potatoes, onions, parsnips, carrots. Yep, all of that kind of thing. Rutabagies, all
Yeah.
of that.
And a lot of us don't eat that shit. Like, I'm literally gonna try parsnips for the first time, you guys. And I watched Abby and the Galley, the lady on the boat that I like to watch.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, well, she did a parsnip puree, and it like a potato puree, and it looked really good. And so, Abby, I'm gonna try that one just because of you, Abby and the Galley.
There you go.
I really like watching her videos because she whips out some shit on that boat that's just insanely looks so good,
Yep.
And she's good at managing all the food on a big yacht like that. When you're out at sea, you ain't got no, grocery store. You can just pop into the 7-Eleven, out on the ocean, and she manages all that food like a scientist. Like a scientist.
One moment, please. It's time for food. Porn. With Mike B.
Dinner tonight, homemade crock-pot chili with beans, garden green beans, cheese, garlic bread, and a Dr. Pepper. Yum.
What?
See, the thing is he put chili with beans. That's gonna start a fight.
No, chili has to have beans or it's not chili. It's just sauce.
No, that's not what people in Texas and other parts of the state.
Texas, you got to have beans.
You have to have beans.
Well, what's the state that doesn't like the beans and they say it's not chili? They always have those
Taco
fights.
Bell.
That's Taco Bell, yep. Chili has beans.
Well, there's a lot of people that say chili doesn't have beans, and so you get people fighting during football season over, oh, no, that's not real chili because it's got beans in it. No, it's real chili because it's got beans in it, and I'm like,
real men will eat the beans.
See, Craig goes, no beans. See, that's the thing.
That's just chili sauce. That ain't no chili. That's not chili. That's chili sauce. No beans.
See, Ziva's mom says beans. Yeah. Zed says chili without beans. Get a rope.
In other words, yeah, you got to have beans in that there chili.
Well, the thing is I've gotten into arguments with people during football season over what's real chili, and people were literally, no, beans are chili. No, beans is chili. No, beans. No, I'm like,
chili without beans is for hot dogs. I agree, Dog Mom.
Hell, I have beans in my chili for my hot dogs.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you want to do one's a sauce and one's, chili.
You gotta have your protein in your chili, and it's not just the meat.
Exactly.
Beans.
Oh, Paul Scott says, Tim, you were right about the garden. This was the worst year I've ever had for my garden. Oh, Hawk. Hawk goes, chili cheese dogs.
Yep.
Yep. So, guys.
Right now, the ones that always say chili without beans, they're nowhere near being a cowboy. You're a cowgirl. That's all I'm going to say.
Even my chicken chili has beans. It has white beans, but it has beans.
Throughout hot cowboy history, through all the cattle drives, they always had beans in the chili.
And Ned says beans. Yes, beans and chili.
Yep, Zed, get a rope.
And Pedro said if it's in a pot, gotta have beans.
It's like trying to say picante sauce with no jalapenos. That's tomato sauce then.
No, I didn't see your comment, Hawk. Let me see. He said something about what's happening to the farmers next door to him. Farmers next door. Let me see if I can.
I'm trying to look for it too. I didn't see it.
Because, see, I am going to talk to some of the farmers when I get back. Because where's his comment? I'm trying to find it. I have a welding mask, and when I look at the sun, it blinks every 4 minutes. Or every 4 seconds.
Yeah.
It blinks, huh?
Yeah. It's pulsating. The sun pulsates.
And Craig says when
Okay, it says farmer next door only grows grass seed, and he said it was a total waste of time. The other side of me does hay and sunflowers. They said all the sunflowers died off about middle of second month. That was Hawk.
Hey, Starfire, good to see
well,
you.
that's not good because you know how many things products are used. They use sunflower oil. Or just think about all the truckers are going to be without sunflower seeds. Yeah, truckers like sunflower seeds. Yeah.
Yeah, John Camper, that's crazy. Just for one, how do they know that person is the one that freaking spread it? For one, they got no proof.
That's all just to get everybody,
In line.
you know, yeah, it's the lockstep thing that we've all talked about, you know. It's this is a repeat too of the early 1900s. I mean, think about it. When did the Spanish flu come out? 1918. What's the chances of that? And COVID came out 2019. See, they were
Exactly.
off by a year on a lot of their shit. Something happened to put a wrench in their cogs. Could have been Trump. Who knows? But
Just never know.
something slowed down the process. But they like to line things up and repeat history. Because the thing is Satan can't come up with anything original. He can only repeat.
No,
Exactly.
he's not a creator, he's a destroyer.
Exactly.
So, Trust, what's on your agenda for the rest of the day?
I'm going to take me a nap. Then I got to go dog sitting.
Ah. How about you, Tin?
I'm on
What's on your...
24-hour round-the-clock geriatric care.
Ah. Yep,
Yeah.
I think I need a nap mode before Nash Landings goes live.
Oh, let me guess. 2 o'clock Central?
Correct.
Ooh.
And we're going to try and stream on Tuesday night, you guys. So look,
Cool.
follow all the channels, you know.
Yep, I'll for sure put it in my community page. You always know where to find shit because that's where it goes.
And Trust can let you know. And, you know, we're just trying.
Maybe, Mitch.
You guys, if this was a job, I'd be here every day. Johnny on the spot, be on time. This can't be my full-time job. This right now, my family and taking care of my elderly mother, that's my job. And then my husband and family. And then you guys. But I am...
All right, vote for Pedro, you little stinker. He's going to steal the rest of my potatoes while I'm napping.
I just time them out. You won't be able to take them. But, well, good luck to you, Tin. I hope things go a little easier.
Today, yep.
Yeah,
for sure. And I just want to thank everybody in chat, whether it's Trust in God's chat or if it's Tin's chat. Thanks for coming today. You know, we all missed Trust really bad, and he needed this boost today. I'm so happy he's back.
Well, thank you for the thumbs up, too. I appreciate it. That's heartfelt.
And make sure, you guys, that in your real life that you have an emergency contact number to, you know, make sure that if something happens, people will will know, okay?
Exactly.
Whether you're on the internet or not, you know, tomorrow is not promised. We don't know what's going to happen. So, you know, just make sure you have, you know, a contact.
Shroom
Yep.
Exactly. But on that note, guys, I'm just going to say stay blessed, not stressed. Smile at somebody. You never know how it'll change their day. And check on your neighbors because one day you could be that neighbor that needs to be checked on.
True.
Yeah. And Tin, just words to the wise. Don't believe the cow farts. I'm leaning more towards it's Bigfoot and Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster's farts that's causing all this heating of the, environment.
No, it's China and India because they're not on any green new things. I said they were only on the green new things, you know?
Exactly.
And make sure you check out to make sure Tin goes live on Tuesday night. I'll be checking tomorrow before high noon stream with Chef. And yeah.
And if
Tin
you
does.
missed last night's show, go rewatch it and give me a thumb up or leave me a comment. I'm really bored over here. Leave me some comments.
Yeah. And she does go live on Tuesday night. She's doing the Carol Burnett thing, but she always goes at the very end instead of grabbing her ear and tugging it to let you know she loves you.
Yep.
She's loving you by reminding you to wash your balls.
Wash your balls.
Mm-hmm.